Hi guys, you're welcome to another episode on the Afro Senate podcast. And today we want to discuss biotechnology. And like we have said before, the Afro Senate podcast is here to give you an opportunity to get to know what people study here in Germany, how people live here in Germany, and other things around Germany that can help you be able to prepare yourself well if you're planning to move to Germany. So today I am here, Senator Kelesi, talking with Sadena,
Yeah.
and welcome to the Afro Cine
Thank
podcast.
you.
Okay,
Thank you for having me.
good. So we will begin with introduction. We would like you to introduce yourself to us
Yeah, of
in
course.
such a way that we can get to know you well.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Adena. I'm a Mexican scientist. I study molecular biotechnology in Germany. Now I'm doing my master's degree,
Okay,
and yeah, I'm
good.
excited to be here.
Thank you very much. So studying molecular biotechnology.
Yeah.
Good. So you will like you to tell our audience what molecular biotechnology is all about and how you got to know about molecular biotechnology.
Yeah. So firstly, I did my bachelor's in biotechnology engineering,
Okay.
and I chose this field because it's very broad. Biotechnology is basically the use of living organisms to create technologies and solutions for the daily problems,
Okay.
and it is a very broad science, and I like that about it. And then after my bachelor's, I was more interested into the medical part. That's
Okay.
why I chose to do a master's degree in molecular biotechnology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So from what you're saying, it's a very broad field, but at the same time, it is focused on solving problems using bioorganisms, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, before you moved to Germany, what were you doing in Mexico? You already mentioned that you studied there,
Yeah.
but what did you do in Mexico, your home country, before you moved to Germany?
Yeah, so I did my normal school studies,
Yeah.
and then I entered university. Thankfully, I had also like a scholarship in my university, and
Okay.
I got to do my bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And during my bachelor's degree, I was just exploring the fields. I did one internship
Okay.
in a laboratory about molecular biology.
Yeah.
Then I was doing research mostly about water technology with
Okay.
a professor from my university.
Okay.
And yeah, somehow I got to know a scholarship that I
Okay.
could do an exchange year in Germany. And that's how like
Okay.
I got into um, doing exchange year in
All right.
Germany. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we would like to know about this scholarship
Yeah.
that made you to be able to get an exchange study here in Germany.
Yeah.
Which scholarship scheme was this?
Yeah, so it's a scholarship. The name is COSPI,
Okay.
KOSPIE,
Yeah.
and it's from the DAAD. So
Okay.
it's like service from Germany that offers scholarships for Germans and also for non-Germans. So the non-Germans can come and study here in
Okay.
Germany, doing exchange studies or also master degrees, PhD studies. So it's very broad
Okay.
academic service.
All right. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. So, from what you're explaining, it seems this scholarship was like opened the way for you to
Mm.
Germany, to get to
Yeah,
Germany.
definitely.
Thank you very much for letting us know. We'll also like to let our audience know that you can go on the DAAD website to check about scholarships like this that can give you an opportunity to come to Germany, just like our friend here did
Yes,
before she got
definitely.
to know about her master's studies here in Germany.
Yeah.
And then now, we want you to tell us who a biotechnologist is and what they actually do. What do you contribute to humanity? That's what we're trying to know here.
Yeah, so firstly, I think biotechnologist is like has to be like a curious person that wants to know how things work and how to make things work also
Okay.
with living organisms. So we know
Okay.
about biology, and then we know how to use it. So how
Okay.
to use bacteria to create drugs, we know how the body works, how diseases work, so we can cure them. That's
Yeah.
what a biotechnologist is. And now what we do is it varies from area to area. Like as I said, it's a very
Yeah.
broad science, but I would say like in the medical part, or
Yeah.
like most parts you
Yeah.
are in the lab
Yeah.
working. You can also be analyzing data. So it's
Okay.
about doing experiments
Okay.
and looking at the results, seeing like this works for something or not.
Okay.
So yeah, basically a scientist, I would say.
All right. So if I picked certain things out of what you said, a biotechnologist should be a curious person,
Yeah,
and this person should have in mind that he can use bacteria or living organisms to solve problems.
yeah,
And then you also mentioned analyzing data. So there is a computational aspect to it,
of
right?
course, yeah.
Okay, tell us about the computational part.
The computational part is called Bioinformatics,
Okay.
and it's all about analyzing for example, the molecular data. We
Yeah.
have the genes that
Yeah.
we can analyze from a person and tell, okay, this person has predisposition for this disease, or we can treat the cancer in a certain way thanks to
Okay.
the data we have. And now because AI and all of these tools, it's like a boom in biotechnology. Like
Yeah.
before, it was not so
Hmm.
not so mentioned,
Yeah.
but now it's going more into the mainstream.
Okay, so if I am understanding well, it means biotechnologists are also capable of creating prediction models
Yeah,
for diseases.
yeah, exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I would have done that one. Okay, anyway, now let us come back to this. Now, what are the prerequisites for studying biotechnology? So, if I am talking now to somebody in another part of the world, or even here in Germany,
Mm.
how does this person prepare to be able to study biotechnology in the future?
Yeah, I would say like getting more deeply into chemistry and biology during school.
Okay.
Also, if any work related to lab may help.
Yeah.
And just it's also like a career that demands a lot of academic dedication.
Yeah.
So it's also good to have good habits, good study habits.
Okay. All right. So, combination of chemistry and biology.
Yeah.
Thank you
Also
very much.
a little bit of mathematics.
A little bit of
Yeah.
mathematics and then computational aspect, right?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Thank you. So, I would like you to tell us now about the fun part of your studies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like asking those kind
Yeah.
of questions. Because a lot of students say, "Oh, my studies are boring, this and that." But do you have any fun aspects of your studies
Yeah.
that you like to share with our audience?
I would say like a lot of the studies are really fun, because if you're curious, then you will like what you're discovering
Yeah,
about the human body, about the living things. So it's very fun to learn, and it's also learn to apply it in the laboratory. So when you do an experiment and see, okay, this is how it works, and then you see it with your own eyes.
yeah,
Or yeah, it's I really like to be at the lab doing the experiments, looking at the results.
yeah,
I think it's fun, and it's also like really applied. You are not meant to be just sitting at a desk. You can
yeah.
be at the lab, you can be doing stuff. So that's the fun part from
Oh, great.
biotechnology.
So when you do something and you get the results,
Yeah,
it makes you feel excited and maybe motivated to do another one.
yeah, of course.
I also love being in a laboratory because it's like a very nice place for me
Yeah,
because I love seeing results. And when I see a result, yeah, I'm
yeah.
happy and
I
yeah,
think
that
so,
pushes me.
something like really curious with
Yeah,
molecular biology.
yeah,
You're mostly working when with DNA. It's invisible to human
yeah,
eye, so
yeah,
you're working with like mostly liquids that look like water,
yeah,
and you have to trust all the time that the DNA is there.
yeah,
And then at the end, you process it like with machines or something, and then you realize, oh, it was there all the time. And all the time, you're working with these water tubes,
yeah.
and it looks like it's nothing, but it's something.
All
And
right, Sadie, now that's getting
yeah,
interesting. And then
yeah,
now, it is now pushing me to ask you this question.
yeah.
if you can trust that your DNA is in water,
Yeah.
in ordinary life, do you have trust issues?
No, I think
Okay.
I trust
All
normally.
right. Okay. That was just
Yeah.
to make fun out of everything. Now, have you done internships here in Germany? And if you have, what was the feel like in the work environment since you're still a student?
Yeah. Yeah. So during my bachelor's exchange year,
Yeah.
I worked for a German company for 6 months.
Yeah.
It was a part-time job, and I was at the department for research and development.
Yeah.
So we were creating new clinical tests, and I would say the environment was friendly. The work was in German,
Yeah.
but it didn't require me to know a lot about the
A
German
lot of
language.
German.
I
Yeah.
just needed to understand what I needed to do,
Yeah.
and I was also mostly at the lab.
Yeah.
And like one thing that really surprised me is like my boss would come and tell me like, please take a break.
Okay.
They were like really
Mm.
respectful with the time we arrive to work and the time we leave. They would take care that I don't stay longer than needed.
Work life
And
balance.
yeah, very a lot of work life balance. Also, I think it's a friendly environment.
Okay.
And my coworkers were 99% German, but it was always fun working with them.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say it was nice experience. Like now, I had like another working experience.
Yeah.
Then I was working recently for a lab
Yeah.
in at my university,
Yeah.
and in this position I was like a research assistant. So
Yeah.
I had like a supervisor who would tell me which experiments to perform at the lab.
Yeah.
And but this was more like an international environment. I would
Yeah.
say it was
Yeah.
less than 10%
Yeah. In
of
the
the.
university, it's an international
Yeah.
environment. Yeah.
And but it was also really fun. I
Okay.
really enjoyed that, and I learned mostly both experiences. I learned a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much. And also, we'd like to tell our audience that there is something that Germans consider so seriously, which is the work-life balance, in such a way that they try as much as possible to be sure that you have your own time, and then work time is work time, and then your own time should be your own time.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
why your boss will remind you to close when it is time,
Yeah.
even if you are a workaholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one part. So now, tell us, what will a bad day for a biotechnologist be?
Okay, a bad day. I had lots of these when I'm doing a really long experiment. Maybe I took a week to prepare for this experiment, and
Yeah.
then at the end, for some reason, it doesn't work. And
Oh,
then you go
yeah,
home really demotivated, and you
yeah,
think, oh, what did I do wrong? You have to reanalyze everything. And this can happen like lots of times before
yeah.
it works. And you have to just be really patient and trust that somehow it will
It will
work.
work out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think every job has such days where
Yeah.
things do not really just work out and you go home demotivated, but again, you try to gather yourself, pick up
Yeah.
yourself, and ready for the next day.
Yeah, I think
Um,
as a scientist,
yeah,
it's really important to have tolerance to frustration, because
okay,
you will face a lot of failure,
yeah,
but that failure also teaches you. So it's a skill you will learn as a scientist.
oh,
You have to learn from
yeah.
failure.
Thank you very much for that
Yeah.
tip because a lot of people do not realize that every failure you encounter
Mhm.
is just a way of pushing you to try harder.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that tip. Um, did you find any difficulties integrating into the German society, whether as a student or something?
Yeah, the first year I was here, I had issues, especially with the language.
Yeah,
And when I was studying during my exchange year, I was studying in German, so I had this shock that okay, it's much difficult to study in another language.
yeah,
And also, I couldn't get along very well with my classmates because I could not talk really easily to
yeah,
them. So this, I think, it was the difficulties
yeah.
at the beginning. I think while I was learning more German, and I was also getting used to living in Germany, I think I got used to it
Okay,
somehow. It's also like a lot of cultural shocks.
yeah,
I come from a very warm place, like
Yeah.
friendly, family wise,
Yeah.
and then I here it's more like you're on your own, you're doing your own stuff.
Yeah.
But I would say
Yeah.
that's also like I feel freedom. I also
Yeah.
feel I can do my own life, and like nobody is there like judging you a lot. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
also like another feeling. And I think what I do is always take the positive side.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say it's not perfect anywhere in the world. So
Yeah.
I just like
Mm.
to appreciate what I have here.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, it's important to know
Mm,
that each time we are talking to somebody
mm,
on the Afro Senate podcast,
yeah,
we always we always keep coming back to language.
yeah,
Language that is very important if you want to live in Germany, if you want to
yeah,
come to Germany. Language is very important because it's like the gateway. Otherwise, you find a lot of difficulties.
yeah.
Thank you so much for that tip. And then, as we are coming down to the end, I will ask you this: will you advise more people to get into the field of biotechnology?
Yeah, definitely. It's like an emerging field.
Yeah, okay.
Like each time we have new technologies, and we need people that come and like to study, like that are
Yeah.
curious. And if you like it, I would say it has a future. Like it's not a job that I see that it's going to be replaced by AI or anything. I think
Okay.
it has a lot of future. Like it's to the in the opposite side, like we use AI, like we
Yeah.
are not being replaced by it, we use it.
Yeah.
And it has a future, so I would really recommend it if you're curious enough, and if you like science, it's the best
Okay,
field.
thank you
Yeah,
very much. So you mean you would like to encourage people to get into
yeah,
biotechnology? Now, let me ask you a very trivial question.
okay,
If you were given an ambassadorial position now to go back to Mexico and talk to young people about biotechnology,
yeah.
will you be impressed with that?
Impressed,
Like
yeah,
you'll
I
be
would
happy to do that?
yeah, yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I think it's always something I try to do, like encourage young people to study
Okay.
my field. Yeah,
Okay. So we are using this opportunity to tell our viewers in Mexico, in Africa, wherever they are, that you should try to venture into this field if you like it,
yeah,
if you're a patient person, if you're a curious person, and you want to look for solutions to human problems.
yeah,
Okay, thank you very much for
yeah.
being here and for talking to us. Do you have any last thing you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, I would say just um, follow your dreams. Sometimes you feel like it's not possible, but like if you keep looking for opportunities, you'll keep finding them. So just keep trying. Also, that it's important to know that we are doing things for making all humankind better.
Okay.
So it's always important to keep in like the objective clear, and that you have that as you'll be helped, and also then later you'll be able to help, I think,
Thank,
as you do, Stanley. Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much. We are looking for opportunities to save humanity and to do it in the best of our abilities. Thank you
yeah,
very much for talking to us today.
yeah,
This is the Afro Cine podcast, and we encourage you to subscribe, watch our videos, like them, comment, and share with your friends so that they get to know about this channel and also follow what we are doing. It will help one or two persons. Thank you very much for being here with us today
yeah. Thank
and
you
for
very
talking to
much.
us.